So something major is actually happening in Iran right now that I think you guys are going to want to hear. This is absolutely game changing, and I think we'll be coming to a conclusion very shortly in this, whatever you want to call it. It's not technically a war, but we'll call it a war, whatever you want to call it. Engagement, okay? Before we get into that, make sure you guys smack that like button. Really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. I would really appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. It's totally free. It's totally free. I also have a second channel that is called Extra Rich. That link is down below in the description box. Hope to see you guys over there. All right, now let's hop into this because we're getting reports that armed resistance groups are hunting down the IRGC. If we don't take them out, they will take us out, is a quote. Anti-regime resistance inside Iran is no longer just protest. It is armed guerrilla warfare. Yeah. So Iranian citizens are no longer just simply protesting. They're actually picking up guns and going to war with the IRGC in their country. So this is major, major news. A newly formed group called the Homeland Defenders Organization ambushed an IRGC checkpoint near the city of Saveh, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, killing regime security officers before opening fire. Members declared, "My life is for Iran." The reasoning is survival. If the Iranian people don't take out the IRGC will take the Iranian people out. This is crazy. This is absolutely wild stuff. And you guys can probably remember back when Uncle Trump himself said, "Hey guys, fight these guys back," right? We've taken out most of them, but now is your chance to take your country back. And it seems like they have listened to Uncle Trump. Now, there is a video to go along with this, and for obvious reasons, I am not going to show you this video because, as you can see, there's a barrel of a gun, okay? And that gun is pointed towards some individuals, which you can't see right here in the image, but a little bit later on in this clip, you can see the silhouettes of individuals as this gun is being fired and bodies are dropping. So, of course, I'm not going to show you the clip. For obvious reasons, we're going to try to keep it PG here, okay? This video will be taken down extremely, extremely fast if I were to play this video clip. But 2 IRGC members were gunned down at the Nobaran checkpoint. A group calling itself the Organization of Homeland Defenders reportedly carried out the attack in Saveh last night, targeting terrorist regime forces. Before opening fire, they declared, "My life is for Iran." You may see more Iranians resort to taking matters into their own hands against regime forces as pressure builds and people feel they have nothing to lose. Yeah, I mean, they don't have anything to lose. I mean, we are literally kind of backing them at this point by going after this terroristic leadership in their country, okay? And so, hey, listen, Uncle Trump told them, and now they're listening. Now they're listening. Here's another report. The armed resistance groups that gunned down the 2 IRGC forces, they released a message. The Homeland Defenders Organizations, which shot and killed 2 regime officers at a checkpoint near, yeah, I can't pronounce all of this, dedicated the operation to 2 young protesters murdered by the regime, Nika and Pezman. This pro-Iran anti-regime outfit did not indicate whether more operations are coming, but appears organized. And so, yeah, they released an actual video. As you can see it.
دو تن از مزدوران رژیم آدمکش را در ایست بازرسی نوبران ساوه به هلاکت برسانند. این عملیات تقدیم می شود به 2 تن از جانفدایان میهن عزیزمان، نیکا شاکرمی، پژمان قلی‌پور، پاینده ایران.
And so, yeah, you saw that there. Major, major news. And, I mean, we literally have these guys running scared. Another report here says the IRGC is so terrified by what the U.S. and Israel have done to them that its members now appear on TV masked and Nameless to conceal who they are. Yeah. So we have turned so many of these individuals into a red mist that now they don't even want to declare their names or who they even are. They're covering their faces because every time one of these guys steps up to become the next leader, yeah, Trump hits the Control-Alt-Delete button on them and they are turned into a red mist pretty instantaneously. And so now they're running scared. And obviously now they have another fight on their hands with their own citizens. But we've also got some other news that isn't so great. 47 has confirmed that Iran refused to give up nuclear ambitions during talks with J.D. Vance. Don't mess with Trump. He just outmatched them again. Iran promised to open up the Strait of Hormuz, and they knowingly failed to do so. This caused anxiety, dislocation, and pain to many people and countries throughout the world. As they promised, they better begin the process of getting this international waterway open and fast. Every law in the book is being violated by them. And so Uncle Trump, of course, doing what Uncle Trump does, he's taking matters into his own hands. Because these guys literally put mines in the Strait of Hormuz and didn't even keep track of them. So some reports are like, even if they wanted to clean up the Strait of Hormuz of these mines, they couldn't. Because they don't even know where they are themselves, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
We've got Trey Yinks with us now from Tel Aviv. So Trey, what can you tell us about this Truth Social post that Trump just posted?
Look, this is a significant announcement by President Trump, and once again, an indication that the United States holds the cards here. The president is the decision maker, even as it relates to the Strait of Hormuz. And we heard just yesterday, as these two Navy destroyers passed through the strait, threats from the Iranians claiming that they would fire on these vessels. And the president is very clear here in his post on Truth Social. This will not be tolerated. Threats or strikes against U.S. forces or vessels in the region will have consequences. And so once again, the president is showing who is in charge, not just at the negotiating table, but on the battlefield. And we talk about the Iranian Navy and what is left of it. There was a systematic campaign by the United States and Israel over the past 40 days when Operation Epic Fury was ongoing that showed the Iranian Navy had no way to defend its own vessels, whether it was the mine-laying vessels or even these larger ships. Most of them are at the bottom of the sea at this point, and that is a result of the heavy U.S. strikes that were ordered by President Trump and executed by U.S. Central Command. And so with this decision to order a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, the president is once again showing the Iranians if they are unwilling to make concessions at the negotiating table, the president will force them into those concessions on the battlefield.
And, of course, take away all the money that they're making by letting those ships, the ships that they're letting that have paid the toll pass through. In his Truth Social, he writes that I have also instructed our Navy to seek and interdict every vessel in international waters that has paid a toll to Iran. No one who pays an illegal toll will have safe passage on the high seas. So that's going to be controversial with a Chinese or Pakistani flagged ship that Iran has allowed through. What's the reaction in the international community going to be to that?
Look, there may be some people who are critical of President Trump, but the president rightly pointed out that these countries did not participate in helping to open the Strait of Hormuz during Operation Epic Fury. Sure. We've heard a lot of comments from European officials who say that the president should make different decisions or that they're trying to put pressure on the operation. The reality is you have countries like France, for example, who have come out in opposition of what the president is saying, but they're not helping to open the Strait of Hormuz, but they benefit when it is open. And so it raises these important questions about if countries around the world who benefit from the strait being open are going to participate in securing the strait. And that's exactly what the president has pointed out with NATO and other countries around the world, understanding that the United States just uses a few percentage points of its oil through this international water.
Yeah, so you heard all of that. Uncle Trump is not playing any games. He said, you know what? We're going to put a blockade on this. Okay? Nobody's going to be allowed through here unless they play ball with us. And Iran, I dare you to do something about it. I dare you. I dare you. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I like that kind of president. I like it. I like it. And listen, this ain't really got anything to do with us. We barely get any oil from over there, if anything at all. Right? So as far as oil prices go, one, and I've talked about this before, the oil prices going up has nothing to do with this for us. It's mainly a lot of oil companies using this as an excuse to jack up oil prices because these tankers or these giant ships take a very, very long time to deliver oil. So even like the oil that's already passed through there, it's still taking a long time to get delivered. A lot of that oil is still out in the middle of the ocean somewhere, which is also terrifying to be out in the middle of the ocean. I don't know if you guys have seen some of those videos, but boy, you know, for somebody who can't swim, you're not going to catch me out in the middle of the ocean. So, yeah, if I'm ever found out in the middle of the ocean, just know somebody took me there. I didn't go there willingly. But anyway, back to the situation at hand. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay. People are going to say, oh, well, Trump is, what were Democrats? Taco. Trump, it stood for something. Trump always chickens out. I don't see this as chickening out at all, because if Trump went in and obliterated a race of people, Democrats would be out here losing their absolute minds if he just went in there and just bombed the crap out of them, which, you know, if I'm Trump, I just would have gone ahead. I would have gone ahead and did it, right? We're going to bomb the crap out of these guys. Not the citizens, of course, but the IRGC. We're going to bomb the hell out of them, okay? We dropping everything. Everything. Bunker busters, all of it, because we know they're underground, deep underground. We're delivering everything. But we know Democrats would lose their minds. Oh my goodness, Trump, blah, 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 blah. So Trump did the next best thing. We're going to control where you're getting a large portion of your money from. This strait. Nobody gets through here unless it's through us. Do something about it. Y'all want to play games in these negotiations? Okay. All right. We'll see how you're going to get paid. Hurt them in their pockets. I love it. I think it's a great plan, and we shall see how it all plays out. But get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Thanks for tuning in as always. Hope to see you guys on the second channel as well. Peace and love. I'm out.